What up, YouTube? I got full masculine energy on display right now. Check this clip out.
Maybe your standards are just too high. I'm a 30-year-old single black female prioritizing gut health and protein intake. I can squat 250. I've written 2 books and speak 3 different languages. In the last 6 months alone, I've created 4 different applications and 2 different programs across the iOS platform. Not to mention, I started diversifying my financial portfolio at 23. You wear skinny jeans. We're not grading this on a curve.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Now, after all of that talking, let me tell you what I really heard.
If I may retain my liquids here for one moment, I'd like to continue the redundance of my quote-unquote intestinal tract.
Because for all that talking, it didn't show me anything that would make her a good woman or a wife to a man. I mean, those accolades is great, A+ if you were a man. But as a woman, to me, that's a F. You failed. But you know what? She can get an A for this. She could wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and say to herself, you know what? I found the perfect man.
She thinks she's better than everybody, only if you do. I've never once in my life said anything like that, but who am I to argue with your intuition telling you I'm running laps around the proletariat? I don't know, step it up, do better, do more, go harder.
Blah, 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 blah.
It's like she gets off giving off all this masculine energy and things that don't concern a man. Like, make it make sense, honey. Are you trying to be the man that you want? Or are you trying to be a woman that no man wants?
What's the integrity of this point? I'm doing too much. I'm only going to say this one time. There is no gimmick with me. You get what you get until you don't get anything more. And if you want to play get her before she gets me, you might win that battle and the chip on your shoulder. But at the end of it, I'm getting the war. Because I have the luxury of teaching people lessons on authenticity through the removal of my present. It's hard to go through life thinking shit is sweet and finding out it's been Splenda this whole time. Meanwhile, I come cane sugar. You were over there trying to tit for tat, and I've been the magic in every moment. Now your life is melancholy. It's static. You were so scared to be vulnerable that you just blocked your own blessings. What was that about? I was trying to be there for you.
Buy a dog and die alone.
That was giving me Def Poetry Jam vibes. Did you get the same vibe too? Like she was standing on stage up in Harlem or anywhere else for that matter to a little audience reciting her poetry. I mean, it sounded good, but in real world, no man cares for that. The masculine energy is too strong. She needs to turn that down. But maybe she's doing it on purpose not to attract men. Or maybe to attract a certain type of man that she thinks is going to be attracted to that. Because for the average person, honestly speaking, she probably doesn't match with them anyway. But for the average person, or even the person above average, we don't care.
We don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
And I get it. There's men that prefer not to be with women with kids. Like, we get it. We hear you guys. We hear you loud and clear, okay? Nah, man don't want any woman with kids, you know? Don't want no woman with kids, you know? Like, any man that is so vocal about, I don't want a woman with kids. Why on earth would anyone want to be with someone like that?
You're gone too far now, man.
Why? Because it's just a horrible trait to have. Like, yes, have your preferences, but don't go and shout down a whole group of people in society and make them feel worthless about themselves just because you don't want to date one. Make it make sense.
You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
Says the female or females like her that shut down whole groups all the time, especially men that are not over 6 feet. So, sweetheart, make it make sense.
Some of them will even say, oh, I'm used to girls walking up to me.
Insane. But
What happened to
not
your
insane.
Natural, what happened to your natural instinct? Is that gone now? Are men just choosing not to walk up to women? Is that a thing?
Kind of a thing. Fear is real. Mental health is real. The anxiety of trying to approach someone is real.
Listen, fear and anxiety is real. That's why y'all don't step up and shoot your shot. See, for men, some men, it might be fear, it might be anxiety. But for the majority of us, it's disrespect. The disrespect we get online, the disrespect we get out in these streets. That's why, along with being tired, that's basically it. We're tired of the disrespect we get, so we stopped approaching. Y'all have all these reasons and excuses. Oh, we look like creeps. Oh, we don't know how to talk. Oh, this, oh, that. Y'all have all these complaints. Then y'all say, you know what, stay away from us. So we did that. Now y'all saying what? Come check us? No, we're done. And you know what? Personally, I think we've been doing this thing wrong for decades. Y'all should be shooting your shot at us. That way we know you're interested in us. Because after all, a bunch of men approach y'all, you don't like any of them, but you know who you want. You should be shooting your shot at him. That way he knows you want him. All we gotta do is figure out what your intentions are. I mean, let's think about it for a minute. If there's one man to every 7 or 8 women on this planet, who do you really think should be shooting a shot? The women or the men? Now, of course, women are going to say, well, the man, because there's 8 women to choose from. No, there's 8 women to choose that one man. Women are in competition with each other. So therefore, if there's one man that you want, y'all should be shooting your shot to get his attention so he could pick the one that he wants to choose. At least he knows that y'all are all interested. Makes it easier for him to pick the one that he thinks will match his vibe. That's how it should be. And as for men's natural instinct, let me just say one thing to that. Even in the animal kingdom, female lions hunt in the wild. Look it up. You don't watch Nat Geo? You don't watch some animal channels? Maybe you should. Maybe your natural instinct is also to get out there and find that person that you need to find. Instead of waiting for him to come to you, you should go out there and go get him. Shoot your shot, ladies. 2025. Shoot your shot. Take that fear and anxiety out of your life. Feel how it feels to be in a man's shoes.
Use your common sense.